Hey guys, how's it going? Tonight's big game NBA 2K20, and we have the All-Decade 60s team represented by the Boston Celtics versus the All-Decade 2000s team represented by the San Antonio Spurs. Let's see who wins, the 1960s guys versus the 2000s guys. Alright, let's go.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at San Antonio. Off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Lucas is out there with Baylor. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's West. And it's Jones in at the 2. And for the Spurs, O'Neal is out there with Garnett. And there's Bryant. And it's Pierce. And it's Kidd in at the point. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you can't forget about Kidd in transition. Whether he's dishing it or shooting it, he's great at making the right decision.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Pierce finds Garnett. Kidd against West. So it's the Spurs now. O'Neal passes to Pierce. Just 5 to shoot. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Now here's Bryant. After the miss from Elgin Baylor. Kobe, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Kobe. Garnett inside. Lucas is there. Bryant. It's deflected. Garnett dishes to Kobe. Shaq kicks to Pierce. They shoot again. Missed it. Even after all those chances. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And now, in transition, is Kidd. Here we go. Bryant looking over the floor. And good that time. Kobe's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Doris, early on, every team trying to establish a winning attitude. And now you find out if that can carry through the rigors of an entire regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. I think if you can establish some winning early, that can go a long way toward building momentum, building confidence, especially if you have a young team or if you're a veteran team who has aspirations to be champions. So much at stake early.
Good point.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Chamberlain with the block. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now here's Baylor. 17 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Jones. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Garnett the pass to Kobe. It's good from long range. Kobe's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
West kicks to Chamberlain. On the wing, Jones. Baylor against Pierce. They need this one. Baylor gets the bucket.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Should be an interesting game as these teams don't see a lot of each other being from different conferences.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Duncan, he's checked in for O'Neal. Nowitzki comes in for Kevin Garnett. Wade, he's checked in for Bryant. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Jason Kidd. Boston shooting their first free throws of this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Wade feeling it out a bit. Pass to Duncan. Iverson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Here's Wade, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I'll tell you, still some athleticism from the wily veteran. Love seeing Dwayne Wade use those physical gifts. Go ahead, Wade.
Robertson outside. To the paint, Baylor. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Iverson outside. A floater. It's good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Celtics trail by 7. Passes it to Robertson. Feeds to Reed. Russell kicks to Baylor. Here's Kuzi, defended by Nowitzki. From deep three-point range, Kuzi can't hit.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
D-Wade out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Nash, and it's Duncan, and it's Iverson in at the 2 guard. That's the San Antonio 5.
Well, that in-between game, right? How many years has Dwayne Wade had a feel and a knack for how and when to make that shot?
Here's Kuzi, defended by Nowitzki. Out to the right wing. Robertson outside. Pass to Baylor. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Baylor's got 6.
And how about the vision there from the Big O guys? Beautiful.
Baylor against Nash. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Wade. And he overshot that one, missing.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
In the painted area, it's where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
Knocked loose. Robertson with the steal. And there's the lay-in. He has 6.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And it's Nash in the corner. No good with the triple.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Floats one up. Bill Russell grabs the miss.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Spurs leading by 3. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impress you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's a great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
As people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Kidd attacking. Chamberlain with the block. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Garnett.
And you look at all the things this man brings to the game. The focus, the resolve, a winner's mindset. I mean, there's a reason why they call him the logo.
And both free throws good for West. Spurs leading by 3. Nash with it. West picks him up. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Clock at 6. Another shot. And Garnett misses.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Jones. Chamberlain trying to get open. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the lightning quickness, the cool demeanor. Just no one works harder at the game of basketball than Jones. He's always in shape and always ready to make a play.
Pierce is checked in for the Spurs. And he's good on the second.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Kidd against Robertson. Chamberlain with the block. West trying to free himself up. Robertson's shot is good. Robertson's got his third basket of the night. Robertson's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Tries again.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
That's a 2 from Kidd. And Boston with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 1:12 left now here in the second. Here's West. Drops it in from 14 feet away. West has got the lead up to 2 now for Boston.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Well, we've been watching this for how many years? Garnett now showing the young guys how it's done.
Outside, Jones. Misses the 3. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Charlotte. Outside for Kidd. Over Robertson. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Celtics have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. The free throw drops for Robertson.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
With the floater.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Garnett the pass to Kidd. To the middle. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
And we'll be back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For Boston, it was a challenging first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oscar Robertson has been sensational.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Lucas is out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Robertson. Then it's Jones. And it's West in at the 1 spot. And the basket by Jones. Spurs trail by 3. And here is Kidd. Banked in off the glass. Kidd's got his second bucket tonight.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Oh, and here comes Kobe all alone. And finish off by Bryant.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Jones. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Garnett dishes to Bryant. Spurs passing it around. The pass to Garnett. And he comes up with the deuce. Garnett's got his second basket of the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
West against Kidd. It's blocked by Shaq.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Kidd kicks to O'Neal. Good in the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got 3 assists in the game.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Garnett. Wade comes in for Bryant. And Nash is subbed in for Jason Kidd. West passes to Baylor. Fades away. The rebound by the Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Celtics trail by 7. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Reedy's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Kuzi. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by San Antonio.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
And the Spurs with some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Shaq. And Iverson's subbed in for Pierce. Pass to Baylor. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. And here's West for 3. The shot misses. Iverson with some nice D.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Out to Wade. Passes it to Nowitzki. Nash left side. And it's blocked. They get it back. Duncan. Here's Kuzi. He's still scoreless so far in this one. With some arc. Rejected by Nowitzki.
And Dirk has always been a bit underrated defensively. Superb length to contest and block shots. The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
It's tipped. Nash outside. Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Willis Reed.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Free throw good, Duncan. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Bennett, the pass to West. Here's Kuzi, defended by Nash. They need this. Kuzi can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Wade. Pettit grabs the board. Celtics trail by 11. Kuzi passes to West. Can't connect from short range.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here's Nash outside. Pettit grabs the board.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Allen Iverson. For Boston, they have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. That free throw, no good.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Duncan. Kobe comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Nash. Outside, Kobe, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Jones. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's San Antonio going into the break with a 10-point lead. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Until we start defending with any purpose.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Jones with the ball for the Celtics. It's a 10-point game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs. Allen Iverson out there with Jason Kidd. And it's Garnett. Then there's Kobe. And it's Nowitzki in at the 5 down low. 4 on the clock. But they recover it. The Celtics working the ball around now. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Baylor, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. O'Neal's checked in for the Spurs. Pierce comes in for Allen Iverson. And the Celtics also making a change. Lucas is checked in. Outside Bryant. The pass to O'Neal. Outside Pierce. Garnett in the post. Defended by Lucas. Shaq dishing to Pierce. Over Baylor. The 17-footer goes down. Pierce has got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jones, the pass to Baylor. Ryan against Jones. Tipped away. Kobe with the steal. And Kobe throws it down.
And Brian, just a superb athlete, terrific at just imposing his will on the defense on that drive.
Outside, Jones. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. On the wing, Jones. Pierce covering. Shot clock at 6. Pierce with the steal. Right side Kidd. He feeds it to Pierce. Misses from short range.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Stolen by O'Neal. Pass to Garnett. The shot missing, and it's Boston the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Robertson passes to Chamberlain. Robertson against Kidd. 5 to shoot. Here's Lucas, and the shot goes in. Lucas has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And here's Kidd from the arc, bangs home the trifecta.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Celtics trail by 15. Robertson kicks to Baylor. Pierce against Jones. Over Pierce. Jones, no luck.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Pierce against Jones. Pierce the pass to O'Neal. He can't get it to go. And the Celtics going the other way now. Garnett with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Robertson against Kidd. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. West is checked in. That's good from Pierce. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind: James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kobe Bryant.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
West finds Jones to the middle, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Passes to O'Neal. Chamberlain with the block. Now Jones. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a...
All right, so yeah, it looks like the 2000s team just easily dominated the 1960s team here. So we got Kobe Bryant 14-3, Kidd 7-5, Iverson, Wade, Pierce, Garnett, Shaq, Nash, Duncan, Dirk, and the did not place. All right, let's look at the 60s team. Oscar, Baylor, Sam Jones, West, Lucas, Wilt, Russell, Cousy, Pettit, Reed, did not place. Okay. Yeah, that was a easy win for the 2000s All-Decade team.